Alright, so we're ready to break apart the emotion of anger. Anger has three muscle groups. The brows will pull in and down. The upper eyelids will rise up, or there might be just tension in both the bottom and the top eyelid. As well as there's tension in the ridge of the lips. And they may be pressing together hard, and the jaw may jut out. As well as when we are feeling angry, is that impulse to lean in. So the brows come down, eyelids will lift up, tension in ridge of the lips. So we're going to deconstruct this emotion, and we're going to work from the mouth up. So with the mouth, first start with the jaw, drop open slightly. And then we're going to just jut it out a little bit, so you can see. Now, try to avoid any of that. It's just a slight jutting. And as you jut out, if you can bring the lips together, and the sound of now, I want you to make that sound, jut it out, tense the lips, press them together. Now, why would you be making that sound right now and having this beginning of this emotion? What could you be thinking of right now that would irritate you slightly? And have a thought. Feel what that feels like. As the jaw juts out, making the sound, also make sure you're pressing the teeth together. Feel a little tension is going to the jawline. Now as you do that, you should still feel a little bit changing going on inside. So be aware of that change. Jut it out. Make the sound. Check your mirror, make the sound, look in there, find that muscle group, work with it. Good. So the next, I'm going to go with the brow before I go with the eyes. So the brows, both of them, they'll pull in and down. Now for some of you, you have to be careful making the sound. Let me give you the sound first. With the brow, for surprise, we went, then we went, For this here, we're going to go, Now, the way to check that it's pulling down is the wrinkled nose. Can you see how that's, as I lift that nose up, you can feel that pulling down. So making the sound of, and hold it. How does that make you feel inside? Look around. I want you to be aware of the energy beginning to build up inside you. As you look around, why might you have this emotional response on your face? What are you seeing that's irritating you, annoying you? Maybe there's the socks again. Maybe the place is a mess. You told your roommate they got to clean it up. Also, I'm not going to get so much into the cognitive, but this is also intense thinking. I'm listening to you. Go on. So making a sound. Relax it. The more intense you make that sound, the more it's going to go down, the bigger the expression is. So play with the quickness. Slow it down. Good. Now, as we go into the eyes, remember we went, had them wider. So now we're just going to go, We're just going to keep it on a straight line and tense them. Now this muscle that orbits the eye, the bicularis oculi, it allows you to squeeze that muscle. You can also squeeze all around it, and that's some people will narrow their eye. But that's more, if you turn your head, you're going to feel a little more suspicious. What I want you to do is you're going to bring that brow down and just lift up the upper eye. The upper eyelid, I'm sorry. Sound. And just that little, it goes up, it's a little more intense. So with the remember the eye widening in surprise, or it's also widening in excitement. So just a little tension. You can see how immediately it already has a harder stare. So the brow, the eyelid up, the jaw juts out. So if you're putting all three of those together, it depends on what's more comfortable for you. Does the anger start right here? Or does it start in the eyes? Or does it start in the brow? Find out for that for yourself. Let me give you the muscle groups, the sounds again for the mouth. For the eyes. And widen, or again, squeeze and squeeze. Squeeze. You might have to take, it may take a little bit for you to find that muscle. Clint Eastwood uses it a lot, you know. Brow. It goes down. And you let that sound go all the way down. But the real anger, the excitement of the anger comes right from the eyes. Now, if you brought attention to the eyes, why might you have that right now? Do you feel like you're really focused, listening, tense? Alright, so those are the three muscle groups of anger. Work to isolate each one. See how that feels. Hold it. Bring attention to the eyes. Hold it. Bring that brow in. Hold it. Good. Alright, so practice on the anger. Make sure when you bring that brow in, if you want to isolate it, nothing else moves. Bring the eyes in. Nothing else moves, just that area. Mouth. Nothing else moves. You can't help but change the whole context of the face, the way the face looks when you activate one muscle group. So it's going to look, I just don't want the movement. Alright, cool. Practice, practice, practice. And when you're ready, go on to the next emotion.